One of the less commented on, but more common revealing patterns of reactions to this Charlie Kirk situation have been all these faux authoritative claims of bigotry from people who barely even knew who he was. It is wild to me how many progressives who hardly watched more than a 7-second clip of him, have only read like one half retracted New York Times hit piece on him. Y'all are willing to believe that your friends and family are bigots by parasocial association with this man. And even wilder to me is the number of you who have taken to social media to be all, well, actually, in people's comment sections and their remembrances about him. If you're somebody who's doing this, just stop for a second and think about the asymmetry in their knowledge versus yours. They have spent months or years listening to Charlie's speeches and podcasts and videos and conferences. Some of the folks you're commenting at have even spent time with him or were personal friends of his. Why should they believe your favorite lefty influencer's talking points over their own experiences of him? If you barely knew who this guy was and you're responding to people who are hurt like they're losing a friend or a brother, humility and empathy should cause you to pause and consider that you don't know enough to judge or comment. It should cause you to consider that you might be wrong. Their impressions were formed by much richer interactions, the impressions you get from the news outlets and the talking heads who gain money and power by demonizing people like Charlie Kirk. Even just the fact that many of you didn't realize how much he meant to millions of people should be a wake-up call that you've been living under a digital rock. You're self-segregated away in your little liberal e-cave while everybody else is having a totally different experience than you are. That should make you question your knowledge and your understanding of the situation before you judge and question other people's. Now, there are plenty of other folks out there who've already debunked the claims that he was racist, that he was everything phobic and all that. So I'm not going to rehash all that here, except to say that this man loved people, which is why so many people loved him. But I will say that if you're someone who's taking the outpouring of grief over Charlie's death as evidence that the country is all racist and transphobic and all these things, you're wrong. And you need to ask yourself who benefits from you believing that. There is a whole industry of ideologically captured media professionals, political operatives, academics, whose money and power are all wrapped up in their ability to convince you that bigotry is more widespread than it is. Their cushy lifestyles and their sense of purpose depend on you feeling like you need to spread their content, donate to their campaigns and organizations, buy their books, take their courses, and all this other stuff to feel like you're doing the work to absolve America of its identity-based sins. If you were to actually realize that bigotry isn't actually that common anymore, or at least it wasn't until these people started stirring it up again, then a lot of these people would have to get real jobs instead of cashing in on your fear.